So often I feel like history is taught from one perspective. And there is a danger in just that one perspective or in that single story, because you lose the complexity of that historical time. When we take a look at other ways of seeing things, the world opens up for us and for students. There are times that the parts of history are taught to children where we gloss over struggles and hardships in history. And when we do that, we dismiss someone else's story. We all have a story, we all have a culture, we all have a way of looking at that history. And so I feel like it's important to acknowledge and recognize that through the making of America, there have been many struggles. So often in our state, we're willing to talk about how the pioneers crossed and came to the Valley of Salt Lake, and we're willing to share the hardships that they went through, how babies, people were left behind, how people died, and how the weather and the elements really were hard on the people that crossed the plains. But yet we are hesitant to teach about the Bear River Massacre or the Swamp Cedars massacres. And I feel like there needs to be multiple perspectives on the different things that have happened. The Transcontinental Railroad is a perfect example. We see it as progress, connecting the East with the West, but there's a part of that history where there was a decline in bison herds. And those bison herds were essential to Native American livelihood. And so when the government decided that the bison needed to be decimated, they were taking away someone else's livelihood and way of living. And sometimes we don't hear about that. And so I feel like if we're going to not repeat history, we need to teach what history that it is that we shouldn't repeat. And so multiple perspectives to me opens our eyes, and it helps us to empathize. It helps us to realize that we are all human and we all have struggles, and that we are all a part of creating a future that is good for everyone.